everyone, welcome to Crossroads PlayStation Podcast. I am your host, LeRon Dawkins, and tonight, you know the squad is here. You can't resist. They're always here. When they're not always here, you know how it goes.
Choice.
You can't resist.
With me, as always, is the resident PlayStation doctor of the Crossroads show, Austin Campbell. What's up, man?
What's up? You can't resist us because we're just gonna be on here. You don't have a choice. Corey owes me and Stoy, and so we said that we have to be on the Ron show so we can just pick on him for having way better computers than us, way better TVs than us, and have a PS5 before any of us, but not play it. You know, so we got
my PlayStation 5 was literally on this weekend.
Wow,
literally.
Was it to watch Netflix? Was that what it was?
I have a television.
He used it to play Spotify. Come on. That's what he did.
I don't even have Spotify downloaded on my PlayStation. Is that
Man, that's why.
Is that even there?
Oh yeah, I play Spotify when I'm playing Gran Turismo 7.
I don't mess around with that stuff like that. Like those apps and stuff. Like all I'm doing is like playing games. I'm not trying to clutter up my hard drive.
Man, don't you like? Oh yeah, Spotify like taking up a huge 100 megabytes of space.
Everything's on my PS5. All my Spotify, Hulu, Netflix, all that. And if there's not an app for a subscription on PS5, I probably won't ever subscribe to it. I'll be like, get on PS5, maybe I'll get it. Who knows?
All right. And since I'm still doing intros, that dude that we call Stoy Boy is back in the house with us tonight. What's up, Stoy?
How you doing, man? I was reminiscing about the time just 15 minutes ago where Austin was bragging about how rich he is by all the golf course clubs that he goes to and all the membership to all the clubs that he goes to. You know he owns 5 pairs of khaki shorts, LeRon.
5.
Yeah. When you were kind of dropping out and drop back in, he told me he owns 5 pairs of khaki shorts.
Basketball.
Yeah. Well, you got the it's those shorts with the 13-inch inseams. Am I right?
Oh yeah, we're talking full on exsanguinating, which is a fancy word for choking. Choking that bulge down there. We're talking
I get my basketball
out there with
shorts
his hips out went a little bit too far to the right. Letting them air out.
All right,
you're just mad that they don't have golfing in Wisconsin. It's too snowy.
So
not yet. Not yet.
So every time you come home from the golf course, because you're wearing those 13-inch inseam khaki shorts, your freaking ankles to halfway up your shins are always sunburnt, right?
I mean, I can't wear shorts, guys. I really can't. There's too much I got to pack down there. It's way too difficult. So I'm always wearing the loose pants down there. I can't. I can't do shorts, man. And the only shorts I can do are the basketball shorts. They go way past my knee.
Bring on the missus. She needs to verify this pack.
All right. So we need all of our listeners and viewers to just go to Austin's Twitter and figure it out.
Yeah.
He's got 20 pictures of his McLaren on Twitter. So kind of proves my point.
The one that's not from Gran Turismo 7.
Oh, sure, whatever. I know he's trying to be humble. He's trying not to make us feel bad, but
I know, right? Yeah, dude, come on, man. We're all friends here.
I make just as money as you. I get modest loans from my dad. Modest loans of $1 million a month. So it's it's modest. It's enough to get by. I go to McDonald's just like the rest of you.
Yeah. I get the
but he orders off the other secret menu. The one where you gotta show ID to show how rich you are to order off that menu. Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you what, guys, I'm not going to McDonald's no more. Pusha T put out that diss track for Arby's, and now I'm Team Arby's, man. Why McDonald's got it?
I have no idea what that all meant.
There's a diss track. Wait, Arby's got game?
No, okay. So Pusha T.
Bro, you remember National Roast Day?
Do y'all know Pusha T from the clips?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Well, Pusha T and his brother made the jingle for McDonald's. Ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it. They made that, and according to
Wait.
him,
So a
Uh-huh.
dude, a rapper named Pusha T, came up
Yeah.
with "ba da ba ba ba." I'm loving it, and
Yeah.
he's
and
making
made a whole. Well, they had more of a
He's-
song that was in the commercial, but they made
and he's
that their
making more
slogan.
money than you are, Austin. Come on.
But wait,
No.
but wait. How they do all that and then let Justin Timberlake steal it?
Well, so here's the thing. He said that he didn't get paid hardly anything for it. So
Mhm.
Arby's recruited him to make a diss track to the McDonald's fish sandwich to promote their new fish sandwich.
Is this recent?
Yeah, this is like yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm a big
No. I
Pusha T
mean the
fan.
diss track. I mean a diss track.
Yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this I'm a big Pusha T fan, so
That
I
sucks.
saw it and instantly had to listen to it. And it's actually a banger track. Arby's got game now. They got Pusha T on there. Just smoked McDonald's.
I swear Tupac is rolling in his grave right now with all these names.
I'm sorry. I just feel like we all know who's got like the. It's Wendy's. Like, haven't you heard their 3 mixtapes?
But also, yeah, well, Wendy's. I don't think anyone wants to come at Wendy's. If you're gonna go with the crowd, you best not miss because Wendy's will destroy you. So I don't think Pusha T's really ready to mess with Wendy's. However, I gotta say, Stoy acting like Pusha T's like some young guy. Pusha T's old, man. Pusha T's old.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, not
I have no idea who this person is.
quite Tupac old, but
okay.
Oh my god.
I mean,
we're talking about
Burger King has video games, so I think Burger King has got it up on these guys too.
Right? I remember those Xbox games. I remember those.
Yep, Sneak King. That was a stealth game where you had to sneak up behind people and give them burgers. And then they had a kart racing game, an actual pretty good kart racing game.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that shit. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. How you guys been this? We just got from the Boss Rush spring break. How are you guys doing?
I mean, I still did stuff, so it's. I mean, it's shit.
I saw the Batman. That was pretty cool.
I thought you saw that the week that we were on.
I think I did mention that I was going to see it, but my friend's babysitter called out, and so we rescheduled.
Okay.
So, but we went last week. And
okay.
We went to
Is it as good as everybody's saying it is?
It's pretty good. I think it's good. People say it's better than Dark Knight. I'm like,
No, I say it's better than Batman Begins.
No, they're doing Dark Knight, man. They're not committed.
They're saying Dark Knight? That's crazy.
Some people are doing Dark Knight, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't have to be, and that's fine. Like, I hate it when people compare it to like other movies. Like, oh, it's better than Batman Forever, or it's better than this, it's better than that. Who cares? It's a good movie. Leave it at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. There's people need to learn how to shoot a gun in that movie. It's terrible.
Who needs to learn how to shoot a gun?
I mean,
just the
I
bad
don't
guys?
really want to spoil anything, but there are good.
It's in the
general?
preview. It's in the preview.
There are
I didn't check out the preview of it. I didn't check it out.
Listen, statistics show that when everyone tries to shoot at someone, they always point for center mass, which is right in the chest. No one shoots for headshots, especially when they're under duress. They're always going to shoot for the biggest target, and that's center mass, right in the chest, right in the stomach. So that armor is perfectly placed on Batman.
Well, that's true, but I'm not even talking about that. Like, there are parts in the movie where there is just like straight up you what, maybe 10 feet, or not even 10 feet, like 6 feet away from the person, and you're aiming the gun right at him, and you somehow just miss by like 3 feet to the right. I'm like, bro, you gotta learn how to shoot a gun, man. And at least hold it sideways so you have an excuse. At least it looked cool, but you didn't even do that. There's other times, but without really spoiling anything, don't want to get into it. But Batman was was cool. I like Robert Pattinson's Batman quite a bit, and I'm excited to see what they do in this universe going forward. It's different. I'm one of the few people that I mean, I have like Marvel fatigue, and this was a nice change of pace for me personally.
Marvel has Marvel fatigue. Jesus. Seen their latest shows, crying out loud.
So I need to catch up on.
Wait, you talking about the revived Netflix shows that they basically pulled?
No. That was Marvel, and it's that was Marvel doing well. I'm talking like, I don't know. I was not impressed with that whole Miss Marvel thing.
I haven't seen the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer.
No, I mean, it doesn't show anything. Like, I don't know. I like DC superheroes because they earn their place in the universe. They earn their place as a hero. With the exception of Superman. He was born into it, but that's not his fault. Right. But anyway. But yeah, Miss Marvel is just like, hey, look, I found a bangle, and now I'm a superhero.
Wait, that's a bangle, like
like one of those like little like wrist things.
I thought she was gonna get bit by a tiger, like a Bengal tiger.
I thought she was Inhuman.
I mean, in the video game, she became Inhuman after the accident. But in this, which I mean, it would have made sense if they went that route. Like, that'd be cool, you know. But I think this is just going to be like a Saved by the Bell type story. So this may not be for you. This may be just for like teenagers. So if that's the case, then I hope they enjoy it.
So this is Marvel's version of a CW show. Is probably what we're getting.
Oh no, probably, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling that.
Yeah. So I mean that's the vibe I got. So I was like, like I've heard of Miss Marvel in the comic book universe, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. She wants to prove herself. She wants to kind of like, create her own identity, be a superhero, whatever, blah blah. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Wait, and it's just to be sure, it's Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, right?
Kamala Khan, yeah. Because there was four.
I'll watch.
Apparently, in the comics, there was like 4 different Miss Marvels.
Yeah,
and apparently
Carol Danvers was the original one.
Yeah, until she became Captain Marvel somehow or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know there was more than 2. I thought there was just the 2.
Yeah, no, I knew there was 3. I knew there was 3. At least
there
3.
was 4. I thought there was 4. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then. This is Crossroads, PlayStation podcast of Boss Rush Games. Every week we come together, bring you the latest news, rumors, games, and general discussion in the world of not just PlayStation now, but also PC and a little bit of Xbox. So yeah, Crossroads is evolving. And
it's the crossroads of other platforms.
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
PlayStation,
for real.
Xbox, and PC meet.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one remembered Stoy's rant last week saying that Xbox sucked and all that. Hopefully.
I mean, Xbox still sucks. Hey. Honestly, PlayStation's been firing on all cylinders these last 3 months. What has Xbox put out the last 3 months?
Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get into
that. All right. Crossroads airs live on twitch.tv/Exodus803 on Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't check out the show live, head over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of the other podcast locations that you may want to get the show at. Recaps of this show airs every following Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on youtube.com/Exodus803. as well as early Thursday mornings at youtube.com/BossRushNetwork. If you want to see previous episodes of our show, all episodes can be found on our parent website, which is bossrush.net. If you like the show, please consider subscribing to the podcast and giving us a follow on Twitch. And remember to share, rate, and review us wherever you check out the show. Yeah. All right, guys. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, it's time to talk about what we have been playing. I hope we've been playing some games this past weekend. These past 2 weekends.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, that article that we write every week is going to make us look like liars.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Not really playing video games.
Did I play nearly as much as I wanted to? No. Will I play nearly
Yeah.
as much as I want to this weekend? No.
Who's going first? LeRon,
Story, you can go first. You can go
okay.
first.
I don't know what order we went. So besides playing just still a shit ton of Gran Turismo 7 and being obsessed about coming in first on every race, it's funny because my wife will watch. She's like, second, that's great. I'm like, nope, retry and do the whole damn thing over again. Nope, not going for second here.
Do you try to get gold in all the trials as well? Is that
I did for like the first half of it. When I got to the later parts, I was like, fuck it, I'm done.
Take that silver and go.
Take the silver and go.
I remember when I was talking about that the last medal. It was like on the Super A license, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like it was like the last race where you had to race the Spa, the Belgian track on. I think I said Ford GT, but I think I meant to say like this old Ferrari stock car, and where it was like half the track was wet. It was so comforting to see my YouTube feed all of a sudden inundated with all these professional streamers to say this is the worst license test that they've ever had to take because everybody else was struggling. And I was like, oh, good. Like that makes me feel a little bit better.
Right?
Because man, I was on that one for a while, just keeping that damn car on the track.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I've still been, having a lot of fun with that. I played Tunic, and this game.
I heard you had words for that game.
Well, this game suffered from like poor marketing. It came out to be like, hey, this is like a Zelda clone, and by all intents and purposes, it is. You're wandering an open world and like kind of like a 2D, 2.5D kind of isometric viewpoint, whatever. And then, you have to find a sword and you have to fight the enemies and you got to free some princess or something like that, whatever. Nah, this is a Soulsborne game. This ain't no Zelda clone. It's a Soulsborne game. I noticed that when all of a sudden I went to save at a fire, not a bonfire, just a little fire stand or something like that. And then all of a sudden a message says, hey, all the enemies have just repopulated on the map. It's like, oh, okay. I don't remember them doing this in Zelda, but I mean, sure, whatever. And then like parrying is like probably the most useless mechanic in this game, where it's like a 3-second movement, like 3 seconds. I counted 1.
What is the deal? What is the deal with all these new games now that have that parry mechanic and it's just kind of like god awful? What is the deal with that?
Yeah, it is like it's just. There's some games that do it really well, but this game doesn't. Like, you can do it, and it can give you an advantage over some enemies if you don't mind getting beat the shit for like the first like 5 hits before you can nail the one. And it's like, oh, great, I just whittled down half my health just to get this one parry. I suppose like if you play the game for hours and hours, you could nail the tactic, but I don't want to because I played this. I'm 3 hours in, and I don't want to play this game anymore.
I mean,
they know everyone's gonna roll anyway, so they don't work on the parry stuff. They're like, everyone just rolls anyway.
Yeah, and you have about like 3 rolls, at least in the beginning, before you start to level up your stamina meter. You have about 3 rolls before all of a sudden your stamina gets whittled down. And when your stamina gets whittled down, your the damage you take doubles.
Jesus Christ!
So,
yeah, I hate that mechanic so much. That's so.
You got to be
stupid.
careful with that. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine game. Like it's just not for me because like maybe I wanted something a little bit more relaxing, something a little bit more chill, something a little bit, like I said, what I want to get out of that game, the game is not giving me. So I'm going to move on because it's not what you expected. And I know the developer came out to say like, hey, we didn't want this game to be like a Soulsborne game. Well, it's like, yeah, but
they did?
Yeah, they did. Like they came out to say,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I think Stephanie told me that. Stephanie said like, the developers came out to say like, oh, we didn't want this to be a Soulsborne like game. It's like, well, you made it. The enemies are occasionally difficult and challenging. There's roll and parry mechanics, and you go to a bonfire, and all of a sudden, all the enemies repopulate on the screen. Like,
yeah,
it's a Souls game.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. But yeah, so that's fine. It's a good game. There's probably people that enjoy it, but I give it a solid, like, I don't know, 3 out of 5 or something like that, whatever.
That's not bad. That's worth playing.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it may be for you. If you're looking for a relaxing experience, something that you can just kind of like plug away at, and just not be extremely challenged, then fine. Or maybe I'm just an idiot, which I went pretty ham on, because like, you ever get those like really like, God, I'm a flippin' idiot moments in video games?
Oh yeah.
I seem to get those more often now. Maybe I'm getting old, but like I was stuck in an area for an hour trying to find my way out. But like the isometric viewpoint that you have in this game sometimes doesn't really like make walkways apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to like run into walls like an idiot half the time to be like, oh, there is a path this way. Or look, there's a little secret passageway underneath here. So like you have I was stuck in this area for an hour trying to get out. And I was like, I didn't realize there was a path in that back corner to climb these fucking stairs.
Oh, that's the worst.
God, I felt like such an idiot. Like I shouldn't even be sharing this story, because I know people are listening to this. Like, Stoy's an idiot. I knew it was there the whole time. Whatever. Suck it. But I was mad. I that was bad. Like I usually don't like yell at my games unless I'm like, damn it, But I was like, you're fucking kidding me. I was like, he yelled real loud. Other than that, I don't want to talk about the game anymore.
That sounds like you sound like me in some of those boss battles I had in Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Because man, what I hated, and then Austin, we'll get to you next. What I hated about some of those boss battles in Metroid Dread is like you could tell you were about to beat that motherfucker. and then some bullshit happens. Either like you forget how the fucking controls work, or it decides, or the boss decides it's gonna take a burst of adrenaline and just body your ass or whatnot. And you sound like, and then you die and you're like, what the fuck? I'm fucking tired of this goddamn game.
Yep. You get to those points, but I played I felt nostalgic this week, so I jumped back into Mega Man. So I was
which one?
Right before recording, I was playing Mega Man 3. So
yeah.
That's why I was like, I checked the time to make sure, like, okay, it's 7:00. All right, great. Like I managed to beat all 8 bosses before coming here, so I had a little bit extra time.
What's your favorite Mega Man 3 stage? Stage. Most people say their favorite stage based off of the theme of the stage more than the challenge.
I was gonna say it's the music for me. So like I remember like every time I play Mega Man 3, the first level I go to is Top Man. And let me tell you, that song slaps so fucking hard. Oh my god, that song slaps so hard. Like I was like, turn this shit up.
That's a good one. I love Needle Man stage. Like that music's fire. Snake Man stage is fire too.
Oh yeah.
And you want some, if you want like some, you can tell like the sound engineer, whoever did the music for the Shadow Man stage, he's like, oh, we're gonna get dirty with this one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But like those first 6 Nintendo games, man, I mean, they were on a roll with that soundtrack. I mean,
yeah, true.
Like
I feel like
bangers left and right.
I feel like 5 and 6 weren't on the same quality, but they still did the job.
Yeah, 6 was obviously the worst, I would say. But like 5, you started. I mean, like Napalm Man is like one that kind of sticks out to me. That it was like, man, this song slaps. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and then but I loved when they kind of like revived the 8-bit style for Mega Man 9 and 10, because that music went hard too. Those themes went hard too.
Oh yeah, they worked hard on like, we got to make sure we do this right, guys. So
yeah.
I mean, men in their mid-30s are gonna kill us if we don't get this right.
We're like, what the fuck is this?
The fuck is you're ruining my childhood. Can we just retire that phrase? You're ruining my childhood. Really? You're a grown-ass man, and you're saying you just ruined my
Dude.
childhood, dude.
Seeing middle-aged men with controls in their hand, all foamy mouth because some bullshit in video games.
Because of bullshit in video games, be like, my childhood is not ruined. Sorry.
All right, Austin, go. Like, man, the
Yeah,
old
before I
guys,
start-
the old
before I
guys are
start
taking
yelling
it,
again.
taking up. The old guys are taking all the room.
You kids got it lucky these days.
Well,
I know.
I don't know.
You and your Elden Rings and your.
Yeah, right. We had Ninja Gaidens and Mega Man.
I played Mega Man. Mega Man's my shit. Like, I love Mega Man.
We had fucking Battletoads and NES Teenage Mutant Ninja
No
Turtles.
one could pass that damn speeder bike level. No one. I mean it. No one. I don't know how. I don't know how. It was
goddamn Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first Nintendo. When I saw that Cowabunga collection announced, and I was like, they're gonna put the Nintendo one in there. God damn it! No, they didn't. Damn it.
Austin, what you got?
So I also played Tunic, and I kind of agree with Stoy and what he said. I played probably for 2-3 hours. I got the sword, which was I never got the shield. I could never find the shield. It's one of those games where you have to play it all at one sitting though, because the way they do the map, like the maps are super confusing, and you have to find like instruction manuals throughout the game. That's like your collectibles,
Yeah,
the actual instruction manual, and that stuff was like that's fine. But when I like went back after 2 or 3 days, I was like, all right, where was I going again? Like I was completely lost, and I was like, I'm gonna have to come to this game at some point when I'm not playing a bunch of other stuff. Unfortunately, which is I was hoping that maybe I would get to play it, and it is. It's like Zelda, where it's like you're going to explore, try to figure out how to get through. But the Soulsborne stuff, it was tremendously easier once I got the sword, though. When I was just beating people with a stick, it was terrible. I was like, this game's gonna suck. And once I finally got the sword, I was like, okay, this is a little better. But and then and I imagine when you get the shield, it'd be a lot easier. But it was pretty rough.
A lot easier. A lot easier.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to dodge, pretty much all the time anymore. There's a lot of enemies you could just deflect. And
then you got the gun turrets and everything that I kept finding. I was like, I don't have the shield yet. I don't want to find you.
There's a way to parry those. There's a way to parry those. The shots, the lasers that. There's a way to do it.
Have fun doing it.
Have fun doing it though. Have fun timing it right.
It's like trying to parry the fucking enemies in Metroid.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I like the game so far. I definitely give it probably a 3.5 out of 5 or something like that. Like I like it a little more, but and then I played Shredders, and
you mentioned that you were going to play that.
I wanted an SSX type game, and I didn't watch anything about it. I just saw the first preview that we got, which was probably like a year ago. It was during some Xbox show, and it's not an SSX. That's not what they're trying to do.
Oh, I bet it's not.
And they're trying to make it more of a. I think they're trying to make it a sim, but it's not good enough. The problem is the reaction time from when you push the button or when you use your stick to turn, and the reaction time where the board starts actually turning is god awful. It's bad. It's like there's constant like tears through the screen where like you can see like the ripple effect going through the screen from left to right. I'm like, oh no, it looks like it's cutting in. The humor, I actually like the humor. It's super stupid. It's about like these two guys that are up and coming YouTubers that got 12 followers, and then they link up with like this chick who works for this snowboarding gear. And is like, she's like, I can hook you up. Let's make some cool videos. And so you're doing different challenges and snowboarding different places, so you can. And honestly, it's beat by beat story. There's no like
It reminds me
creativity
of
as
that
far as
YouTuber's
like
life game I played.
well, yeah, so there's that, but like it's not even like you can choose what moves you want to make. Like they're like, no, you have to go down this hill and you have to do these moves, and then it's like beat by beat by beat. And then there is like an open world where you can kind of do stuff, but it's not fun. So I don't know why you would want to do that. I was honestly just going like, take me straight to the story, take me straight to the story. Like just let's just figure out all this thing. And after a couple hours, I was out. I was out on it. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be good. I just wanted it to be like a PS2 SSX game. That's all I really wanted. And it's definitely not going to be that if that's what you want.
Why can't we have that? I mean, people have been asking for that for
I
years.
know.
Like, why can't we just have it? Why isn't someone out there making it?
Like either snowboarding or even like the arcadey like football games that like were happening. Like there's a lot of things that were on PS2 that were sports wise that people loved, and we're starting to see it a little bit with the wrestling games. We're getting those older style wrestling games coming in that are cool. I'm hoping as we continue to evolve that we start getting more of the old type of sports games in there. Because it's frustrating. Where's like a FIFA Street clone? Where's like the NFL Street clones? Where's the NBA Ballers? Like even if it's not licensed, like coming up with games that if there's even like so you were talking about listening to Spotify while playing Gran Turismo. I play Dangerous Driving, which was the Burnout 3 people who made that game, and it looks like a PS2 game. It plays like a PS2 game, and I love it. And I just put on the Burnout 3 soundtrack for Spotify and play it as I'm going. It's like I'm playing Burnout 3 again almost.
Oh man.
It's not quite Burnout 3 because it's like the crash effects aren't quite the same, but it's enough to give you the taste of it. And I feel like there's so many games that could do that, but that's for another time.
That sounds like an extra topic.
Yeah. I did play Horizon, and that's mostly what I played because I'm just trying to get through it.
How far are you now?
I am 60% way through it. I think I have 3 more main story missions.
Hold on. What slowed you down? What slowed you down in this game? I feel like you should have had this game beaten by now. What slowed you down?
I actually should have too.
This game is long. This game
is it
fucking long?
Is it longer? Is it longer than the original? Because I haven't beat the original yet.
I think so. Like I really think so. There's constant shit to like go find. I will say that while this game does a lot of things better as far as like looks wise and stuff, their collectibles suck ass. Like it's terrible. They're not cool. Like they're not fun. They're really
useless,
boring, and useless. And it's like there's not even really a story behind a lot of them. And then you have to have certain tools to get into these certain areas for these collectibles. I'm like, man, just give me what I need to do and let me play the game. I'm also
I even heard like
more too.
You know that one tall neck that's like I think it's like the second one that you encounter. You know what I'm talking about?
The one that's locked,
like it's all in the it's in the middle of this open field or something like that.
Yeah, it's locked. It's got like a lock on it. And I still have not unlocked it. I still have it.
You can only unlock that tall neck unless you have like an end game item. Like you can't even get it. Like when you encounter it, like you see it. And I remember like I was looking around for a while, like why can't I climb this thing? And then all of a sudden I Google it and you find out like, oh, an item that you get by the end of the game, then you can actually go get the tall neck. Like why?
Yeah.
Why do that?
Yeah, I hate that kind of stuff. Why? I guess they just do it just to keep you playing in the end game. But I love to play open world games like that where I'm collecting stuff as I go, as I finish. But the more and more stuff that I have to keep passing up, I'm like, I'm not coming back for this shit. I don't care enough. I don't care enough. And it's unfortunate. I think that they kind of missed the mark on some of these things. It looks great. it plays great, even though I'm getting more bugs as the game goes on. Unfortunately, and honestly, like I just want to finish it. Like I'm over it at this point. Like I really just want to get through the story and be done. I don't care a whole lot about the side missions, and there's so much talking in this game. It's like
if you think there's a lot of talking in that game, you need to play Triangle Strategy. Oh wait, you are playing Triangle Strategy.
I am playing
Man,
Triangle
why
Strategy.
do people play this game?
I was okay. I wasn't going to talk about
Why
Triangle
do people
Strategy
play this
because
game?
we're on crossroads.
Here we
But
go, LeRon. Thanks. I'm gonna listen
Horizon
to this
has
again.
more talking than Triangle
Oh,
Strategy.
come on.
I don't believe that.
You are lying.
No.
You are
come on.
lying.
No.
Horizon is so well, okay, and then it's all optional, okay? But I'm like, do I really like? I feel like I should be listening to the side stuff. I should be listening to the lore and getting into it. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't care. And anytime I do a side mission, I'm skipping everything they say. Just tell me what to go fight and what to do, because that's all I really want to do in this thing right now. I just want to level up so I can beat the bigger ones later on. Like that's all I'm really trying to do.
I think he's lying. I think he's lying.
I think he is
I'm
lying
not.
too. Actually,
I'm not.
I mean, having played, I don't know. Like I said, my counterpoint to that is I find the lore so fascinating in this game, and not only the cultural lore around the present, but even also hearing about the old ones, the past ones. Like hearing that stuff is like, I don't know. It's like kind of like how we talked about like with space porn, LeRon, where it's like you're exploring the planets in Mass Effect, and you're like, oh my god, look at all this planet lore. Oh man, so good. Like every time they talk in this game. Yeah, I care about the Horizon lore, which is opposite of what you feel. It sounds like. So
I will say that when it comes, without spoiling anything, when it comes down to like what's happening, I care. But when it's like all about the tribes and stuff like that, like I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, man. Just who you mad at? Let me fight them. Honestly. But I told my friend, I was like, I honestly think that there's more dialogue in this than like Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Like it's that much talking sometimes.
Wow. That's
it's a lot.
You're being even more over dramatic. Wow.
It's a lot. I feel like it's just too much, but I don't know. I did have this with the first game though, and maybe I because when I played the second time,
I had that with the first game. It seems like sometimes the dialogue was a little too involved. Like I'm one of those people where like it has to be like an even mix, or you need to find better ways of actually blending it in, like with the actual gameplay, if that makes sense.
Well, and here's the other thing is like it's so well acted, but that might be a detriment because it feels like everything is so drawn out and so overperformed, even when it's like the most basic like talking stuff. Whereas like Triangle Strategy is well voice acted, but like it's just who, what, when, where, and why. It's just there's a lot of it, but at least it's like, all right, it's information I need, or information I want to get. Whereas Horizon's like, oh, remember that stuff that you saw? This is what this is, and then they'll have another person be like, did you see that stuff that guy was talking about? And they're like, you saw it already. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I feel like you're just being an impatient gamer.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're into the lore and if you're into the environment and into the world itself, you can get joy out of it. Like, people that play Triangle Strategy that love the political intrigue and love the lore itself, probably love that. But like, someone like me, maybe I wouldn't, like if I played Triangle Strategy. But for me, like with Mass Effect, Dragon Age, all those games, I'm picking every dialogue option because if I'm fascinated in the lore and the world that the writers have built, I want to digest every little bit of it.
And I think that might just be why I don't like it, is because I like doing that for those games. I think they just do it better. I think this is just not done well, in my opinion. Where it's interesting, but it's like so much talking that I've heard over and over and over again, and it's really, really melodramatic. Like I like going through Mass Effect and reading all the shit. I think that's the thing. Nothing. A lot of this stuff that you're getting is not readable. It's listen. You have to listen for the people to talk. Whereas everything else, I can just speed read. Like I'm the one reading books in Skyrim. Like I love that shit.
Nerd.
I can't.
Now, Austin's saying all this crap right now. Not watching the next Twisted Metal game comes out and it's all dialogue heavy. Austin's gonna be like, "Yes, give me more. Here's a spoon and a bowl. Give it to me."
Not for Twisted Metal, that's for sure. That's for sure. Now,
every time Sweet Tooth opens his mouth, Austin just like grabs a beer and just sits.
Yeah, listen, unless David Jaffe's on it, I don't care. But Starfield, I guarantee you, Starfield, I will be pouring into everything. I will 100% pour into everything.
Look at this hypocrite.
I'm not saying anything hypocritical.
If the world is interesting enough,
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I should not be a gatekeeper. My bad.
We're gonna talk about that later. Save it for later.
Speaking of gatekeeping, I spent the entire spring break playing Monster Hunter. I am not even ashamed.
Just play what you want.
Play what you want,
exactly.
Man.
I played Monster Hunter. Like I'm in a nice, really cush hunter rank now. Like I am up to like in the 270s now. Like I'm kind of happy with myself. And they keep dropping new event quests. So I'm like, yeah, like I'll keep playing your game. Yeah, let me have it. You know, stuff like that. But I got super amped off of the Capcom developer stream for Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak last week. And it just kind of like recharged me and made me want to play the game and stuff like that. And when I wasn't thinking about Monster Hunter, I was playing some more Triangle Strategy. I'm only on chapter 3.
Nerd.
I can't do like Austin though, because like I tried to play it one time at night right before bed, and I woke up with the switch like a hot on my chest because I felt
straight up. It's like 20 minutes maybe a night, and then I go to sleep. There's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of reading involved.
I'll do like this. When I get into bed, unless it's the middle of the day and I'm playing games, like I'm fine. But if I get into bed to play games, and it's like after like 9 o'clock at night, no, that's not happening. Like my body's like, hey, we're horizontal. We're going to bed.
I guess there's a lot of stuff like physical activity I do while horizontal, so maybe my body isn't ready for it.
Oh, look at this guy!
Guy! Just like let me tell you guys, I'm horizontal like most of the day.
Sorry,
I'm just saying.
How old are you again, Austin? Were you like 20, 24? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm young, and then when you're a rich white kid, it comes with perks.
Yeah, just everybody's thirsty for you.
You know what? Fuck. We're moving on.
I don't know, man. I just want to kind of hear how thirsty people are for Austin right now. He's got
No, there's only one, and she feels like she has to probably.
Get ready. Stoy and I are about to start pimping you out. We gonna see what's up.
Yeah, man, you're gonna bring in a lot of money, man.
For real.
I'm feeling it, man.
For real.
All I gotta do is lay horizontal for this. I'm down.
That edgy picture that you sent in the chat that we had. Oh man, that's got bad boy written all over it, man. Girls flock to that.
Oh boy. All right. Well, you know what? Enough talking about like how long and strong Austin is. You know, let's start talking about the notable games coming out this week.
Hey, you guys want me to talk about my salami?
Hey, not everyone can last 3 minutes. I know I'm a blessed individual. Not everyone can go that long.
3 minutes.
Okay, everyone. Well, here is the notable games coming to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox for this week, the week of the 20th of March to the 27th of March. Let's get into it. It's a new week, and that means we got another barrage of high-caliber freaking games coming to the systems. The final Bethesda exclusive is hitting the PlayStation. Well, the final Bethesda exclusive for PlayStation hits this week. And it also arrives on the same day that a fan favorite franchise is returning to everybody's consoles. With an actual new game, not just another rehash, not just another handsome collection, not just another. We're gonna throw a $10 DLC at you. And hope you don't get mad at us. With all that being said, though, let's get ready to have some fun, because here are the new games coming to PlayStation 5, PS4, PC, and Xbox systems this week across both physical and digital formats. All right, so I had to make some corrections here because these guys caught me. Coming out today, the 22nd of March, is not Ghostwire Tokyo.
No,
but we do have. But we do have.
Freaked out for a half second though. Woo.
But we do have Zero Escape, the nonary games coming, finally hitting Xbox One. It's already out on PS4 and PC, but it finally makes its way to Xbox One. On the 23rd of March, we have A Place for the Unwilling hitting PS4, having been previously released on Xbox One and PC. And then on the 24th of March, we have The Ascent coming to PS5 and PS4. This finally makes it to PlayStation. It's already been on it. Actually, no. Yeah, it's already been on Xbox Series X and Xbox One and PC. Then we've also got Relayer on the 24th of March for PS5 and PS4, as well as a Memoir Blue hitting PS5 and PS4. And Memoir Blue will also be on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. Man, like, now that we've added all these formats now, like, it's getting hard to say all this stuff.
Man, I just wish we could actually start this current generation now. Like,
you know what? Okay, hold on. Let me get these last games out here, because these are the ones that people want. March 25th, we have Tiny Tina's Wonderland hitting PS5 and PS4, as well as Series X and PC. And also there's Ghostwire Tokyo coming out exclusively on PlayStation 5, at least for a year, and then PC. And we have, last but not least, another game called Airy, Calm Mind 2. This is a follow-up to the original Airy game, which I kind of heard about but never checked out. That's hitting Xbox One and also Series X and PC. Okay, now I've gotten all that out the way. First off, Ghostwire Tokyo. In Ghostwire Tokyo, Tokyo is overrun by deadly supernatural forces perpetuated by a dangerous occultist who is causing Tokyo's population to vanish in an instant. As the main character, you get to ally with a powerful spectral entity on their quest for vengeance, and master a powerful arsenal of abilities to unravel the dark truth behind the disappearance as you face the unknown. Dude, guys, this is the fucking game I'm getting. This is the game that I am getting this week.
Yep. I'm skipping Kirby for this shit.
It's so stylish. It's so stylish that, I love stylish ass games. When we think of stylish, we're talking games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, stuff like this. This is first person though, so like they put the style in a whole different like ballpark.
This is Hideki Mikami, right? I think that's his name.
No. Shoot.
Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami. Yeah.
This dude made Resident Evil 4, Devil May Cry. I mean, Lollipop Chainsaw, Shadows of the Damned.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Lollipop Chainsaw? Come on. Awesome.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah. Of course I did. It was the one that my mom caught me staring at GameStop.
That game was right up at Austin's alley.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Because Austin be thirsty for that kind of content. No, yeah, this guy knows. So I have no facts. I have no doubt that this game is going to be awesome.
For real, yeah. And in Tiny Tina's Wonderland, in that game, you embark on an epic adventure full of whimsy, wonder, and high-powered weaponry. Bullets, magic, and broadswords collide across the chaotic fantasy world, brought to life by the unpredictable Tiny Tina. You know that adorable little thing from the Borderlands franchise. So just remember, roll your own multi-class hero, then shoot, loot, slash, and cast on a quest to stop the Dragon Lord. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I like Borderlands, but I don't like Borderlands enough to have me curb my enthusiasm for Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, and if anybody read my article earlier this week, I accidentally put out that it was that Ghostwire Tokyo was coming out today. I'm sorry. I really wish it had come out today because then it wouldn't have been such a hard fight to figure out whether or not it's going to get Tiny Tina's Wonderlands or Ghostwire Tokyo. I'm sorry,
Why not both? Why not both?
because I'm not rolling that bankroll like
Right.
Mr. Campbell and his clan are.
Like his golfing gang.
I forgot.
They call themselves the Khaki Shorts Brigade.
Right?
I would buy you all copies, but I already bought my Aston Martin for the weekend, so my budget's a little off.
That's fine. Priorities.
You can roll 60 Beasley little dollars our way, huh?
Aston Martins are getting expensive these days.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tax write-off for you rich guys. You donate it to charity. It's a tax write-off.
You forget the gas prices are going up, man. I gotta put gas in the car.
Wait. How you complain about you're rich? Like all you gotta do is call the oligarch and be like, "Hey, release some gas."
Simple. Flick this switch right back here. Boom. Okay, more gas.
All right, all joking aside, I already admitted which of this week's releases I'm most excited about purchasing. How about you guys? I think Stoy's also on the Ghostwire Tokyo train.
Yep, I am for sure. The Ascent, I'm really glad the PS5 is getting that because this game was awesome. It came out a little bit. It wasn't perfect. There was a lot of bugs on the Xbox version, so I'm really hoping. From what I understand, they updated the hell out of it on the Xbox. So I'm pretty sure PlayStation fans will get have a great experience with this. But the Ascent is so visually stunning and full of just, man, there's so much cool shit to look at in this game. It's amazing.
I remember seeing the trailers for it, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it on my maybe list.
Gonna put it high on a possibly maybe list.
All right.
Or probably maybe list.
All right. You know what? I feel like you haven't led me astray yet with your recommendations, Stoy. We can make this a good time.
It's co-op, my guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
See? Okay, that puts it another step higher than Tiny Tina's.
Probably maybe. Most likely maybe.
High possibility.
High possibility, maybe.
Yep. Austin, you're quiet. You're Tiny Tina, aren't you?
Well, so I'm most excited for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands because I am a huge Borderlands fan. However, I am playing Borderlands 3 with my friends still because we have not finished it because it's hard to get us all together at a time. And so I don't know if I'm just going to play this game without them. I may just So
would they get mad about that?
Well, here's the thing. I've always
cheating on your friends.
I played Borderlands 1 and 2 and the pre-sequel, and I told them, like, hey, the Hands of Collections come out, play these games. I'm sick of it. Like, I'm sick of telling you all to play these games. They're fun. And then they all loved it. And so we played all through all three of them together. They're like, let's do Borderlands 3. And it was like, guys, I can't keep waiting on you. This is getting a little ridiculous. I played the other games without you, and I didn't spoil anything or anything. It's not like Borderlands is that big for spoilers anyway. It's all about having fun shooting shit. But I am very excited for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm very excited for Ghostwire Tokyo, though, and I probably will play that first, to be quite honest, just to give my friends a little more time to finish up Borderlands 3. So last year Scarlet Nexus came out, and I absolutely loved that game and all the style and stuff. And this kind of has some creatures like Scarlet Nexus a little bit, where it made me even more interested in this game. Seeing like the weird flowery creatures and just interesting style. Like I don't know. It's just visually appealing to me, just how different it is. I like the Naruto signs that the characters are doing.
Dude, some of that stuff he's doing with his hands, man, is so cool. Like when he attaches the strings and then pulls them. Oh, so cool.
I would love to see something like the developer diaries and just watch the mocap
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
So, plus, I think this is a game that I can get through relatively fast after trudging along in Horizon. I feel like this is going to be a quicker game to get through. So, and then I can
watch this game be as hard as freaking Elden Ring. Austin's
no.
gonna be smashing PS5 controllers.
Let me tell you, I have no shame in dropping the difficulty. I do not give a fuck.
I don't care anymore either. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
There was a developer diary when they did the state of play for that game like a month or two ago. I remember like they interviewed a lot of the developers, and Shinji Mikami asked, like, I think the people that he was with, he was like, "Hey, if you would describe this game in one word or two words, what would you say?" And his art director speaks up and he's like, "I would describe this game like a strawberry shortcake." And, you know, the reason why I would say the strawberry shortcake, because in Japanese history, strawberry shortcake looks like a Japanese flag. And then also, too, you got the sweetness and the caramelly and the chocolatey, you know, goodness of a strawberry shortcake, whatever. And Shinji Mikami's just looking at him like, bro, what are you on?
What did you smoke before this interview?
I know. Like, dude was going on and on for like 5-10 minutes. And Shinji Mikami is just looking at him the entire time. And when he's done, Shinji's like, "Hi. Next." That dude probably got beat up after that taping too. Shinji's like, "Can I see you in my office? Can I see you in my office?"
He wanted to get the sock party.
We're supposed to sell this game.
They went back to the office and he got a sock party.
Strawberry shortcake. What the hell's the matter with you?
You're gonna be red.
You're gonna have to go watch. You're gonna have to go watch that. You're gonna have to go.
I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna find that.
It's at the end where like Shinji Mikami's just stunned. He's like, "Okay."
He's like this motherfucker. Strawberry shortcake. We let him talk for 10 minutes.
I know he did. He went on for a long time. Oh my god.
Oh man.
I did wait to play Ascent on PS5. I could have played on Xbox, but I waited for it to be on PS5 because I really like top-down shooters, top-down twin stick shooters, and we're not getting that with Housemarque no more. So I plan on playing.
Hey, Housemarque is like, we're done making these little pissant games. Yeah. Like we want to make masterpieces.
Which sucks. I love those old Housemarque games. So like, I wanted to play this, but why it had to come out at this time? When, by the way, MLB The Show comes out, I'm screwed.
I have Guardians of the Galaxy queued up because like it's on Game Pass, so I have that queued up.
Dude, it's a great game. The more I think about it, the more I love that game.
Man, Corey and Stephanie, every week on the Boss Rush podcast, all they do is talk about it every week. It's like enough, guys, and you know how like Austin, how you're always like, hey, LeRon, I know you got a Nintendo game you want to buy on Switch. Go ahead and get it. So it's half price next week, and I can buy it. Yeah. Like Stephanie had just recently got Guardians of the Galaxy, and now it's on Game Pass.
Which, by the way, I need you to buy Paper Mario: The Origami King. I know you got one for free. I need you to buy another one.
Wait, I haven't gotten it for free. I haven't gotten it for free. I had one. No. I tried to sweet talk Ed. No, like let me borrow it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I need you to buy Paper Mario Origami King.
See, I'm not that interested in it.
Or Three Houses. I'll take Three Houses, but you already have three.
I already bought.
LeRon, I forgot. We gotta talk about that game I have sitting around.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, As a matter of fact, we'll talk to it right before we roll into the big topic.
Okay, cool.
Well, your big topic, by the way. Your big topic.
Yeah. Right. I threw it in the chat. And it's time stamped exactly right when he asked the question. So whenever you guys get a moment, you'll have to watch it. So it's
nice. All right, let's go ahead and start with the actual news topics for tonight, because man, I know when we get to the big topic, man, Stoy is just going to be on a roll. All right, guys, here we go. First up tonight, PSVR2. there's a presentation scheduled for GDC 2022 coming up, and that's happening this week, right now. Not the presentation, but the GDC is happening. Yeah, there we go. All right. If you've been hoping to hear more about PSVR2, this is your week. A GDC presentation from Unity promises to explore PSVR2's improved graphics, performance, and cutting-edge hardware. The briefing, which has been titled "Building Next-Gen Games for PSVR2 with Unity," nice name, very cheeky, is scheduled to take place on the 24th of March. Now, just take a note, GDC presentations are typically targeted at developers. But the good news is this will be a great chance to uncover more about the headset's possibilities.
GDC is definitely not an E3. It's not something.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
not
fans.
either. It's a dry, boring event for the uninitiated.
Why it's called the Games Developers Conference. Game developers.
Exactly. Yep.
Not for you.
No, God of War Ragnarok will be announced with the date. Expect Sucker Punch's new game and all that stuff.
Jim Ryan's going to come on, and God of War Ragnarok is available for consoles right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Go play it.
All right. So Sony's next-gen PSVR2 headset currently does not have a release date nor a price point, and there's very little information on it outside of a brief look at the hardware and the controllers. And there was a small little snippet of like a Horizon game, but that's about it. That's about all we've seen for it. So just take note one more time. GDC is an event for professionals in the gaming industry. So we'd advise you all that are listening or watching this show right now to not expect a lot in the way of reveals or even game trailers. Like, I would be surprised if we get one game trailer.
I would think they would at this point, because if this is a presentation where you're trying to entice developers to develop for your platform, you want to show them what it can do. What you want to show what it can do, especially since VR is still very much a niche product. Not everybody has a VR headset, and not everybody can play it. So to show what that hardware can do and why it's better than the Oculus Quest, I'm still not calling it Meta. Meta can go fuck itself. I'm still calling it the Oculus Quest 2. But or obviously, port their games to another platform. I would love to see Resident Evil 4 on the PSVR 2. That'd be sick.
It needs to have that. It needs to have those big, and honestly, if they could possibly get Half-Life, that'd be incredible too. But
I think Half-Life Alyx could totally run on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they've got to get.
I honestly think Valve is waiting for PSVR 2 to drop so they can drop Half-Life Alyx. I've had this strong suspicion that that's what's going on, because everybody has been begging for it to hit a console. Everybody's been begging for it, and I think Valve is just like, you know what? We're gonna see. We're gonna wait. We're gonna. I hate to say it like this. We're gonna piss all the Xbox people off, and we're gonna drop it on PlayStation.
I mean, Xbox has been pretty mum about VR. I mean, for years they said we don't think VR is going to be a big property. We're not going to invest in it. We're not going to invest in it.
Which is crazy, because Microsoft threw out all sorts of crazy ass shit, over the span of their consoles, and they started getting really reserved, with the Xbox One. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think once they found that the Kinect was, especially on the Xbox One, the Kinect was dead on arrival, and no one wanted to develop for it.
Yeah. Well, the consumers were pissed off, about the fact that, it would look like, remember how it looked like it was going to be required,
It was required to be on the whole time.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
What a presentation that was.
Yeah, GDC is happening right now and ends this Friday, March the 25th. As more information surrounding Sony's PSVR 2 comes available, we here at Boss Rush will make sure to keep you updated. And so I got a couple quick questions for you guys. First of all, are you excited to see what PSVR 2 is capable of?
Yes. I think it's going to be more powerful than the Quest, that's for sure, because it's hardwired into the system, so it's going to take full advantage of the PS5 hardware. Go ahead, Austin.
It's got to be, to me, it's just got to be impressive. If I'm going to buy this thing, it's gotta wow me. It can't. I mean, PSVR was cool, and I bought it because I really just wanted to invest in like what PlayStation had in the future. And then they were like, "Well, here are a few games, and then we're gonna just stop supporting it." And now it's dead.
I mean, that's the question that I have is like the last 2 years, it's been pretty silent on, like full on PSVR games. Like we saw little ones here and there, but nothing really big. So I wonder,
think the
like,
last one was the Iron Man VR game. That was like their last big one,
which was phenomenal, by the way. That game was amazing.
Yeah.
But I wonder if maybe like people that are kind of like developing for PSVR, maybe Sony was telling them, we're going to give you a dev kit for a PSVR2 and maybe put all their chips in that basket.
Just slow your roll, basically.
Yeah. That's what I'm
this
thinking.
might be why they're doing it here, just to get it good in with the developers and saying, hey, we're taking this one seriously. We're not pussyfooting around like we did with the not that they didn't try in the first one, but it felt like they definitely gave up after a while. And
well, those move controllers are just kind of bad. Like it was a bad fit. I know that it's like, they wanted to reuse them for something and that was fine, but it just was bad.
Yeah,
I'll
Corey
be honest,
HD's hanging out with us
more than anything.
Yeah.
Corey and HD is hanging out with us in the chat right now, and he's saying if it's backwards compatible and they have some sort of good bundle, I would like to get one eventually.
I would assume it would be backwards compatible.
I think so. I think given the fact that like the PS5 is completely I would say completely backwards compatible. I want to say it's like 99.3% backwards compatible at this point. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's in the high realm of possibility that it'll be backwards compatible.
Here's the other thing: the price point's going to be big too, because they can't swing another 500 deal. I don't think it's possible. I think
if it goes anywhere over 300, that's way too much.
Yeah, if it's over 300, if it's over 300, they're done.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic.
Returnal, you remember that game?
Yeah,
right.
I'm trying to get my friends to buy it for this reason. I'm like, play it with me. I want to play.
You know what? I'll play it with you, Austin. I'm
down.
I'll play it with you.
Let's play it. I'm serious.
I'll play it with you.
I want to get.
I'm not trying to play it by myself.
Well, we're both gonna get our asses kicked together. That's for sure.
Hey, you're the more experienced one here. Come on.
Yeah, you should be
carrying.
I'm
serious.
him.
I still get my ass kicked.
All right, so welcome to the Ascension. The Returnal Ascension update is live now for all PlayStation 5 owners. Housemarque wasn't quite ready to let us go from their wildly popular and award-winning game called Returnal. As of right now, today, owners of Returnal have access to the Ascension update for last year's roguelike shooter for PlayStation 5. And as Austin has said, it's an experience.
Yep.
It's so fun. The gameplay is so good, but it is so fucking hard.
Mm-hmm. There's that
Returnal
balance.
Ascension. Yeah. Returnal Ascension is a free title update that introduces the new Tower of Sisyphus gameplay mode. I'm glad I didn't get tongue-tied on that.
Well done.
In Tower of Sisyphus, Celine will find herself in a brand new gauntlet with ever-increasing challenges that she'll have to work through. At the end of it, Celine will then have to face a brand new boss. Badass by the name of Algos. All right, in addition to the add-on content for Returnal, gamers will now be able to play through the entire campaign in co-op. That's the only reason why I'm about to pop that thing in my system now. That's the only reason why. With the inclusion of the new co-op feature, Housemarque is ready to see players come back to the game and call in additional support to get past some of the game's toughest challenges. I'm telling you, I'm scared, y'all.
Well, now you got Austin to help you out.
Right?
Jeez,
you gotta hold my hand, right? You gotta hold my hand, right?
Austin's gonna be right behind you.
Austin's gonna be in my ear like Gordon Ramsay every time I fuck up.
You a fucking muppet, that's what you are. You might as well turn in your PS5. Sell it, you fucking wanker.
Oh man, the Returnal Ascension update comes in at around 17 gigabytes and adds 7 new trophies to the game for you guys that are always hungry for them trophies. If you already have the game installed on your system, the update should be live as soon as you turn on your consoles if you are ready to play it. More information on Returnal Ascension can be found on PlayStation blog, where Housemark goes into details about everything gamers can expect from this update. So there you have it. There you have it. So I know the answer is no from Austin, but for our audience, have you beaten Returnal? I would love to hear. I would love to hear someone say they beat Returnal, so I could be like, "You're running hacks."
I've seen some
I
people
obviously
do
haven't
it,
beaten
and
it.
it's crazy.
Oh, I've seen speedrunners.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're like, oh yeah, just skip the first 3 levels. Don't even worry about upgrading your gear. I'm like, bullshit. I need all the upgrades I can get.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding me?
Need all the help I can get.
I'm trying to one-shot these bastards the way they one-shot me.
Yeah.
Are you ready to tackle any the new challenges that await Celine in Returnal Ascension?
I'm honestly just gonna LeRon, we can play, but then if we can't beat it, I'm gonna have to recruit someone. I'm gonna have to recruit one of these professionals to come play with me. I'll pay them. Help me get the platinum, man.
Yo,
it's not going to be me, that's for sure.
I wonder what the matchmatching is going to be like. I really want to see this game in action. I wonder what the matchmaking is. Is it going to be like people can just jump into your game, or do you actually call a lobby and you wait for somebody?
I will say though, I kind of hope that this kind of works and does well, because maybe we can get 4 people Returnal. I kind of hate that it's only 2. Ooh. I wish there was a.
It's only 2-player co. I think they said 4-player. I think they were thinking 4 players might make it a little too easy.
That's okay with me. That's what I need. That's what I need.
I just want to beat the game. I just want to beat the game. I don't care how I do it.
Yeah. It's such a cool story too. Like, it's not like a deep story, but it's like a really like, what's going on here? And I'm like, I need to beat this. Like, I'm so frustrated. I can't do it.
All right. One last question here. What's another game mode you'd like to see add to Returnal in a future update, if that's going to happen? Is there anything else? Is there like a time trials or whatnot, or is that already in the game?
God mode, invincibility.
God mode.
Mode.
Checkpoints. Checkpoints would be nice.
Would be nice.
I know that goes against what the game stands for, but I mean.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I have to eat my words, because with Elden Ring, I said, let the creator do what they want to do. But here, I'm like, come on, please, just make it easier on your boy. I'm so tired. I can't do this no more.
Listen, I had a rough day and I just want to relax.
Yeah, I love roguelike games. Like, I love Dead Cells and stuff like that. But Binding of Isaac, and I got through those games, and I just I feel like maybe it's partially that it's hard, but also that I just don't have the time that I did when I beat those games, especially Binding of Isaac. I was still in high school, so but man.
All right.
Man.
Well, there you have it. Returnal is available exclusively for PlayStation 5 consoles. If you're looking for like one of the hottest titles to play on PlayStation right now, Returnal is the one. And remember, Returnal Ascension update is completely free. No money's involved. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic. It's our final news topic for tonight. Cool, because then we get to run our mouths and talk about all sorts of other dumb stuff.
Oh boy!
Actually, wait. I missed something. Actually, it's not our final news topic.
I was going to say, you're cutting one of them. I don't know which one.
Yeah. No. We need to talk about this next topic, which is Epic Games and Xbox combining forces to raise $36 million for Ukraine donations, all in a single day.
Kick ass.
Yeah, for real. All right. Just one day after announcing plans to donate all proceeds from Fortnite to support humanitarian relief efforts in Ukraine, Epic Games has reported raising an estimated $36 million for the embattled country. The money, which is being raised over a 2-week period that runs through April 3rd of 2022, will be going to 4 different organizations that are devoted to assisting Ukraine. Those organizations being Direct Relief, the United Nations Refugee Agency, the United Nations Children's Fund, and the United Nations World Food Program. Xbox has also joined Epic in the effort as well and has pledged the donations of its net proceeds from Fortnite during this time. So in one day, they managed to kill it with 36 million.
Well,
raised.
Fortnite is pretty much the most played game, I think, still currently. So, and it probably makes a lot of money per day. So I imagine there was people flying to this game. Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, they picked a good game for it.
Yeah. In an effort to help out, indie developers have taken to itch.io and contributed games in a large bundle to help raise money for Ukraine. Austin mentioned this a few weeks ago. Like, I think the first week that we had a show after the invasion of Russia, and that itch.io fundraiser is still going on. It was already supposed to have ended, but it's going on, and because of that, players who make a $10 minimum donation at itch.io will get nearly 1,000 DRM free games.
And there's some good games on there.
There are some very good games on that list too. That fundraiser has already raised more than $6 million to date. Also, Humble Bundle is also running a $40 Stand with Ukraine bundle. Humble's efforts have raised over $10 million for charity so far, and that one ends on Friday, March the 25th. Now, the cool thing about the Humble one is it's not just games. It's a whole bunch of different things. It's games, it's comics, it's ridiculous. Like, I looked at it, it's like almost 300 titles. No, I'm sorry, not 300, about 240 titles. It's about that many, but still, like, it's insane. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on right now. For more information on Epic's campaign for Ukraine, follow our link that's been provided in tonight's stream chat, or head to bossrush.net and read our article. I tell you what, like, right before we ran the show, I just saw the news that that Ukrainian forces have actually fought Russian forces back outside of Kyiv.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man,
they're getting like so much shit dropped off to them. Like, people are just like, here you go, here's some rocket launchers, here you go. Yeah. Like, Poland was like, here's some MiGs. We don't want them anymore. Take these MiGs.
Have they got them? Have they gotten the MiGs yet?
I think, Poland gave them to the UN, and then Poland's like, listen, we don't want these in our arsenal anymore, so do what you want with them. So I don't know if the UN actually officially gave it to them, or I think they gave them to NATO. I think they gave them to NATO. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because for a while, they were like, they want the U.S. to get them to them, and I was like, nah, like, that would be in violation of all sorts of stuff,
Yeah, the U.S. is staying far away from that.
Yeah, which you know what, as a country, we have war fatigue right now. Not to get all political or whatnot, but we have war fatigue. We just got our asses out of fucking the Middle East.
Yeah,
like give the chance.
Anyway,
yeah. All right. Just one quick question here for the audience. Just let us know. Have you made any donations to the humanitarian aid in Ukraine, or if you plan on doing it? There's no judgment here. We just want to know. No judgment here. Like, we get it. We're all human beings. We do what we can. So, like, yeah, there's no judgment. It is what it is. Let
us know if there's other places we can donate too. Let us know.
Yeah. I actually repurchased this War of Mine when it went off of the PlayStation flash sale, so that the full price of the game could actually, all the proceeds for that could go to it. There's that.
There's some cool games on the Humble Bundle. Back for Blood, which is probably $40.
Yeah, Back for Blood is on. Back for Blood's on there. So you spend $40. You spend $40. Hold on. You know what? Let's talk about it real quickly.
You're getting Eddie V's favorite game, Max Payne 3.
Hell yeah!
I just want
Sunset Overdrive. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to pad this for a moment. We got Back for Blood, Metro Exodus, the Spyro Reignite trilogy, which is 3 games in one bundle right there. Max Payne 3, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, which is a fucking damn good game, by the
Yep.
way. This War of Mine is back on another bundle. Endless Space, Ring of Pain, Skullgirls is on there. What else? What else we got?
Next Machina,
Amnesia.
actually developed by Housemark. It was their
Yeah.
last kind of like fast-paced retro twin stick shooter game.
Yep.
Great game.
War Groove is on here.
Hey,
The War
motorcycle
Groove.
mechanics on here.
Yep.
If you're a D&D player, they got a bunch of 3D printables on here too as well.
Mhm.
You're,
Yeah, there's so much stuff on here. What else? What else we got? I'm just
Game Maker Studio. You get a year subscription on there.
Yeah.
You've ever thought about making your own game?
Yeah.
The Boys
Oh,
Comic
man.
Book, Volume 1.
It's insane. It's insane. Yo, there's a lot. Hold on. I think they said what the overall value of this was. The Stand with Ukraine bundle features over 120 pieces of content. I thought I saw 240. Oh well, maybe my math is just bad or I can't read. Has over 120 pieces of content with a net worth of over $2,500. You can get all this crap for a minimum of $40. They're saying the recommended buy-in value is $45, but for $40 you take it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a value of $2,592. Everything. Yep. Crazy.
And as of right now, we're looking on the site right now. The bundle has raised $13,561,270 for charity.
Awesome.
Jeez,
it's crazy.
It's good.
It's crazy. And
I guess Fortnite does do some good in the world. You know,
just real fast. The itch.io, their bundle. Is currently at $6,370,000 plus dollars. And it's got some games in there like Evergate's in there, Crosscode's in there, Thirsty Sword Lesbians is in there.
Yeah, Austin talked about that one. I remember.
I think Evergate must have been a new addition. I didn't see that on there last time. So
it wasn't.
There might be more games added on there since last week.
Celeste is in there. Jotun Valhalla edition's in there. And you know what? Just go take a look. There's way too many games in there. All right, but as always, here at BossRussian.net, like our heart, our prayers is all for the people of Ukraine. You know, like it's a travesty what's going on out there, and you know what? Hopefully they continue to punch Putin right in his fucking face,
right in the taint.
That's right.
Apparently, Stephanie says I don't mention the word taint enough. So this is something that I hope he gets like poked repeatedly in the taint
while he's on his horse.
Yeah.
You imagine Chinese water torture, but on your taint?
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. You just had to go there. You just had to go there, didn't you? All right. Now we're on to our final topic for the night. All right, and you know what? I feel like this was inevitability, but the timing of it is it's striking. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Haven Studios joins the PlayStation family.
Wow, that's great. What have they done?
I'm hoping
first off, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead.
First off, congratulations to Jade, Raymond, and the team at Haven Studios for becoming part of the PlayStation family. Herman Holst, which is the head of PlayStation Studios, spread the good news on the PlayStation blog, letting the world know that the up-and-coming Haven Studios is now officially flying the Sony banner. Writing on the blog, Holst announced, "Today, I am delighted to announce that Haven Studios is officially joining PlayStation Studios. Jade Raymond brings a wealth of experience from her industry achievements and an infectious passion for creating games. And the leadership team at Haven is an equally impressive group of industry veterans who have collaborated on some of the biggest and most beloved games and franchises that many of us still enjoy today." little bit of a history lesson here. Prior to announcing the formation of Haven Studios, Jade and her team began working with PlayStation Studios in early 2021 and pitched a slew of ideas that enticed Sony so much that Sony had to make moves for a deeper partnership. Laughing at.
Pitched a slew of ideas. Oh, I got this idea. Let's do this idea. Let's do this idea. And Sony's like, oh my God, these are great ideas. Sold.
That was an actual reenactment.
That's how we do business. This is how we do business.
Hey, look.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them.
Haven Studios happening at a time.
I sincerely hope that this pans out for Sony. I really do.
Haven Studio happened at a time when Microsoft was holding was participating in the fire sale, basically. Like everything had to be bought, as far as Microsoft was concerned. Hulse goes on to add that from their first pitch, we were inspired by Haven's vision for creating a modern multiplayer experience that brings gamers together in positive and meaningful ways. We were confident in their creative and technical expertise to deliver on such an ambitious project, and we're thrilled to invest in their journey developing a new original IP for PlayStation. We've had the privilege of working closely with Haven this past year and have been impressed by the studio's growth and progress. So now, practically on the anniversary of when we made our partnership, it's especially exciting to formally welcome them into the PlayStation family. Bossers Network first reported on Raymond's new studio partnering with Sony last March. After the closure of Stadia Games and Entertainment by Google, excuse me. After the closure of Stadia Games and Entertainment by Google, the 25-year veteran wasted no time getting to work on forming a new studio. Raymond's determination and experience would ultimately lead her and her team to Sony with a prospect of a new IP in the form of an upcoming AAA multiplayer experience for PlayStation Studio. By the way, it was apparently 3 or 4 different ideas that they wanted to go through. And Sony was like, whoa, slow your roll. Give us one. But I guess that one has been so good for them. Sony was like, okay, we got to have it. We got to have you. Like, get in here.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's got to be damn good.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to seeing what Haven Studio has in store for Sony and for PlayStation gamers in the months to come. Us here at Crossroads, we're definitely looking forward to it because we need to see are they really going to be this shit hot? Because Sony's buying them before they even brought a game.
I mean, yeah.
All right. So what are your question? What are your thoughts on Haven Studios becoming part of the PlayStation Studios? In the chat right now, Corey HD is saying, I don't understand Jade Raymond. The last game she actually got the door was Assassin's Creed 2, and points have been made.
Yeah,
points have been made. Brody also mentioned that a few weeks ago when he was on the show. Brody Phillips from the Dignity podcast. He was like, man, it's like. You say her name and you keep edging us.
Yeah. I would just like to, remind everyone that she did come from Ubisoft. And if I remember correctly, there's a game made supposedly by Ubisoft where they have all these ideas and they just love all these new ideas. They throw all these ideas in one thing. And that game is called Beyond Good and Evil 2, and I don't think we'll ever see that thing. So I'm just saying I'm okay. I'm happy that they bought them because at least it says like, hey, there's something going on here. I don't think this was a buy that was like, oh yeah, let's get get everybody hyped about Haven Studios. That's not what's going to get people hyped.
No, I don't think this was it either. I think honestly, Sony saw enough of what they were working with to say, "Hey, let's make an informed decision right now and do this." I think that's really what it was. Yeah. I don't even think it was like Sony being snap happy just to have another name or notch under the belt, whatnot. Mm-hmm. I think whatever Haven Studios has cooking has impressed Sony enough that Sony was like, you know what, we're not even going to wait for the partnership to end. We're just going to do this now. It's kind of like what we saw with Platinum Games, It's kind of what we saw, It seems like Platinum Games has been kind of crashing and burning. I hate to say that because they're one of my favorite development teams. They are one of my favorite development studios and stuff like that. So, I really have to see, and this is a multiplayer game, so that already kind of like kills the odds of me being extremely excited about it. I'm more, because I'm a PlayStation gamer, I'm more of a a single person event experience, whatnot. That doesn't mean I'm going to discount this game, but I'd rather experience like an adventure first before I experience like a co-op thing. Kind of like and I know I did just say like now Returnal's co-op. I'll play it now. Like I know it's a little hypocritical for me to say that, but at the same time I also knew that like if I wanted to go out and kick dogs and punch babies, I'd play Returnal before this patch happened.
I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh,
I mean,
Corey makes a good point in the chat. Hold that thought, Stoy.
Yep.
Corey makes a damn good point in that chat. Maybe this is where the Bungie purchase comes in. Maybe the two teams are going to intermingle.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because they're trying to make a persistently online.
Yeah,
like a gaming world.
Games as a service.
Games as a service, yeah. So Sony's putting all their chips in that basket. So it sounds like Haven's just going to bring what Sony wants. So,
yeah. Okay. All right. Any final thoughts on this? Because we're done with the news topic, so we can get to the big topic.
Sure.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, to get the scoop on all tonight's topics, links have been provided in our Twitch stream chat right now. Go check them out and then continue the conversation with us on our Twitter page, which you guys know what that is. It's at @PS_Crossroads. Because we're the best.
We are.
Right? Right? Good. I need that affirmation.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. It's what you came here for. It's our big topic tonight. And I don't know, Stoy, do you want to take it away on this? Okay, just to set this up real quickly. This is called "Why Can't We Just Shut Up and Play Video Games?" Or when I first saw the headline, I was like, "Why can't we just shut the hell up and play video games?" I really thought that's what I read the first time.
I when I wrote the title, it took me a while to write the title to not sound so condescending. So I didn't write it in the form of a question. So then, Dan from the writer team, hey, you got to phrase it in the form of a question. And I was like, how am I supposed to do that without sounding too insulting? So I was like, well, I guess this is the best I came up with. So I sat in front of my computer for 10, 15 minutes trying to think of a freaking title. I tried so many different things, and I'm like, I want it to be punchy enough that you kind of know what you're in for. But then again, I don't want it to be clickbaity or anything like that. So
yeah. No. Trust me, that title got my attention. That title got my attention. It got my attention so well that I was like, I was brainstorming most of yesterday and today to think about a topic for the big topic, and dude, you just dropped it right in my lap.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Because when Elden Ring came out, it was the division between quote gamers started to kind of divide. All of a sudden, the sea started to split. You started to see people go over on this side and people go over on this side. And I started my article to say, I always hate it when people get butthurt over insults thrown their way because of the title gamer. I hate the word gamer. I wouldn't call myself a gamer because I don't put the word gamer on a resume. When someone says, what are your hobbies? I don't put gamer. I don't put it in as a title with experience on my resume. I don't have business cards that say gamer on them. Okay, it is not an official title.
Hold on, you're part of Crossroads now. You should print business cards now and say.
Well, then I'll say I'm a podcaster. I'm a podcaster that talks about video games.
Podcaster/gamer. That's what you should do.
One that plays games. Gaming is an activity. Gaming is an activity. It's an activity. It's not a title of any kind. And that's where I started the article to say, you could get off your fucking high horse and stop saying oh, I'm a gamer. Who the fuck cares? That doesn't give you any clout. It doesn't give you any clout. It doesn't give you any elevated status of any kind to say oh my God, this guy's a gamer. Let's give him respect.
I'm a gamer.
I don't give a shit.
That makes me a badass, right?
Good for you. Yeah, it makes you a badass. Yeah, sure it does. Whatever. Your grandma's really proud of you. Okay? Grandma's proud. She sits and plays Clippers with her friends and says, my grandson's a gamer. Isn't that great? No, you know what? She doesn't say that. No, she doesn't.
She says he plays that damn Nintendo too much.
Yeah, that's exactly how she says it. She's insulting you.
Okay. All right. So true to Stoy's words here just now. Let's get the term gamer out of the way. Gamer is not a class of people, nor is it a title worth putting on a resume or a business card. Just like you said, to call oneself a gamer gives no extra clout or respect in the gaming world, or even outside of it. So to use the term as a form of elevated status compared to others is useless. Dude, I feel so attacked right now. I do.
Man, I've been playing video games for 30 years. You think that sentence was easy for me to write? Well, and I kind of followed it up. I say there is no gaming hierarchy and no level system or promotions. Like there is no like I'm a gamer 1 because I've only been playing video games for 2 years. Oh, I'm upgraded to gamer 2 or like super gamer because I've been playing for 10, 20 years. I'm level 30 gamer because I beat Mega Man.
Hold on. Let's put that in perspective for a second. Every person that's over the age of 20 has been in a room with a 7-year-old playing a video game and they get their ass kicked.
Yeah. Yeah. And how many of those 20-year-olds are like, oh, these kids don't know video games. Back in my day, I used to play Medal of Honor before Call of Duty came out. You know, get out of here with that. Like, you know, you're trying to compare yourself to like, you know, when grandpa was in the war, you know, and it's like, well, back in my day, video games were harder. Shut up.
Oh, God.
So anyway, circling back, I wanted to get that out of the way because I'm sick of that title, that quote title, and it just further divides us. You know, when you start to throw titles out there and you start to throw statuses out there amongst this group of people that we're just all here to play some fucking video games. Chill out. Okay. Yeah. You don't need to kind of knight yourself. I dubbed the Sir Gamer. Get out of here with that. Anyway,
maybe I'm the toxic in the community because geez, like I get a Monster Hunter high horse every now and then.
Yeah, you are. Every time you're like, I'm level 217 now, guys. That's immediately what I thought when you said that. I'm 217 and I don't care what you think.
He's like, look at this asshole. Like he's literally sucking his own phallus right now.
This fucking guy. Level 217.
Man.
You know, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on this because do you think this got worse with the release of Elden Ring?
I think it did. I really think it did because here's the thing about it. Like, okay, you know, when like Demon Souls and, you know, Bloodborne and stuff were, you know, just PlayStation exclusive and stuff like that, there wasn't a big, I even hate to say it like this, there wasn't a big enough community to talk about it amongst the video gaming community, you know, to make it a big deal. But now everybody is out there. But now everybody has a chance. It's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation, it's on PC. It probably would have been on Google Stadia if that was a thing, you know.
R.I.P. Google Stadia.
Yeah. Now there's so many ways to play this game, which is great because like one of the best things about inclusion is when games are multi-platform. That is one of the best things, and which you know immediately brings me into that freaking conversation about the console wars and stuff like that. There is no goddamn console war.
No, there isn't. There isn't.
At this point, the publishers and developers are at war trying to get our money. There is no war. There is no console war.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since these systems do the same freaking thing.
They do the same thing. Well, then you get those butthurt fuckers that you know are upset when Digital Foundry is like, oh, GTA 5 runs better on PlayStation. Like it runs better, it loads faster, and all this stuff. And people are just like, man, if I see a PlayStation gamer out there, I'm gonna hit him over the head with a baseball bat. You know,
see, and that's what I'm talking about. That does nothing to help your cause. To make you more appealing because this is where people associate people that play video games as narcissistic assholes because you think you carry some status because I'm an Xbox guy, I'm a PlayStation guy, I'm a Nintendo guy. Those Nintendo fans will more than likely tell you how long they've been a Nintendo fan too. I've been a Nintendo fan for 30 years. They got to add that shit to it.
Yeah. But honestly,
I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this because with Elden Ring, Hidetaka Miyazaki kind of was like, I feel apologetic because Elden Ring became divisive because you get half of these people that are just really fucking good at this game and love the hell out of it. And I'm happy for those people. But then there's a lot of subset of gamers that just, they can't wrap their heads around it. They can't get good enough. They don't have the patience enough to kind of like do this, or they don't have the skill. So then, these people get a little butthurt to say like, it's not, there's no easy mode. You didn't make this casual enough for me. And I don't like that. You're gatekeeping. Get the fuck out of here with that. So like,
wait, who's the gatekeeper though? Is it developers or is it the gamers though?
The gamers are gatekeeping themselves. The ones, and I want to get rid of that term gatekeeping because there is no such thing as gatekeeping.
No, hold on now, because next thing you know, you're gonna be telling us a gaslighting anything either.
Yes, gaslighting anything either, but that's not the point. But here in Elden Ring, you only gatekeep yourself. The people that, and I'm including myself in this. I tried to play Elden Ring. It's not for me. I don't have the skill. I don't have the talent to play it. I don't have the patience for it. Is the game too hard for me? Yes, that's fine. Do I think the game is purposely gatekeeping itself against me? No, that's my own fucking problem. And I need to understand and deal with that. And I do. I understand I don't have the time or the patience to want to play this game and get good at this game. So I'm going to move on, But, Miyazaki kind of still feels apologetic. He's kind of sad that people can't play his game.
I don't feel like he's that sorry.
No, he's not, and he shouldn't be. He should double down.
How's that game like sold like 13 million copies?
You're not enjoying this game? Fuck off. I don't care. I got 300 million other people enjoying my game.
I do feel like Elden Ring is kind of what blew the lid off of this whole thing because, like I said earlier, when it was more or less isolated to one console, we didn't hear it as much. We kind of heard the infighting amongst like the gamers in that community, but now it's all over the place. Like social media just makes it look like a fucking feeding frenzy. Like there's blood in the water and there's nothing but a million sharks in the water right now and stuff like that. And you know what? Here's the sad thing about it. For y'all only played Elden Ring. Like, shit, come talk to me when you beat fucking Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Like, I haven't even beaten that fucking game. You know what? Because I haven't beaten that game, I know for sure and fucking well I'm not going to beat Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's an old-ass Super Nintendo. That's an old-ass Super Nintendo game that got revived on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, right. No kidding. So, I guess, Austin, I feel like we've left you out of this because I've been yelling too much. There's another point I do want to make earlier, but going back to the whole gatekeeping thing, there is no such thing. The developers themselves from software has not purposely made a game to gatekeep you. You are gatekeeping yourself. That's true. You are forcing you are basically putting that block on yourself, and you're saying to yourself, well, it's not my fault this game is hard. It's not my fault. It's the developer's fault. They should make an easy mode. They should have made the game easy for me.
See, I've never understood that logic. Why do you blame a developer for making a game?
No one wants to blame themselves for anything.
Well, yeah,
no one wants to take responsibility. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah, you're blaming a developer for making a game that you are unable to beat. And I say you are unable to beat because there are people who out there who have beaten it. There are speed runs of this fucking game right now. So
the record is like 37 minutes.
Yeah, and these speed runs, by the way, these are not tool assist speed runs or anything like that. These are speed runs on the console. These aren't even speed runs in PC. Like PC community is like, man, like whatever. We're just trying to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are speed runs on the consoles, and the consoles don't have this broken stuff that you guys always claim the PC has and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what is the difference? Why can this person beat it in under an hour and you can't beat it in 2 months? What is it? It's a lack of patience. It's a lack of patience, and it's probably you just don't want to try, And
that's okay. That's fine. We need to understand that.
I'm in that group that just doesn't want to try. Like, I get to a point where I was like, this is ultimately frustrating. Like I remember getting frustrated at Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is the hardest Metroid game I have ever played. Out of all the Metroid games I played, it's the hardest one I ever played. And I was hearing it, man, like when I beat the game, I was like, man, my runtime is going to be so terrible, and I beat the game under 10 hours. I was like, huh? How'd that happen? I feel like I was playing this game for 3 months.
Nice. Nice. Austin, what do you think about all this? I don't know.
I just find it funny that Stoy's talking about gatekeeping, yet he gatekeeps himself from playing golf. I mean, I've given him options where he can just play for. I'm told there's free golf courses.
I'm doing that to myself. I'm telling you, I'm doing that to myself. I'm gatekeeping myself from playing golf.
I don't have golf on my business
I'm
card,
gatekeeping
but
myself from playing disc golf.
Yeah, I've played disc golf before.
to be fair, gatekeeping yourself from disc golf, you're okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll smoke a lot less weed, that's for sure.
That's
Hold
true.
on though. Hold on, guys. We got a few key points from Stoy's wonderful Boss Rush banner, by the way, which you guys have to check it out. Like I put the link in the chat, and you will see it again. Like if you go to bossrush.net. But first key point here is if someone is not enjoying a game that you thoroughly enjoy, why does it matter to you? Why? And to sum it all up, you don't have to have an opinion on everything in this world. So why not shrug off the sentiment and move on? Hey, Stoy, I think Mega Man 3 is not better than Mega Man 2, and I am lying when I say that, by the way, but just roll with me here.
I was like, oh boy, hang on. You know what? I honestly, I don't care, because what does that do to me? What does that do to me?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Did it kill your enjoyment for Mega Man 3?
No. Did you all of a sudden just spontaneously make Mega Man 3 worse?
And I'm a lying ass bitch because I love Mega Man 3.
Yeah, I know. I love Mega Man 3 too, but that's the thing. Who cares? If someone comes out to say, Elden Ring sucks because it's not for me, why should people who are really good at this game and investing 80 hours into it, why should they care?
Yeah.
If what they say ruins your immersion and ruins your enjoyment of the game, you have other problems you need to fix.
See, and there's the thing about it. Like, I've on Monster Hunter Rise on PC, I've already sunk over 150 hours in the game, and this is a game that I stopped playing, on Switch after 40 hours, stuff like that. But the fact that I am investing all this time in this game, I love it and stuff like that. So, but I'm also mature enough that when someone's like, "Well, I can't get into Monster Hunter, or it's too repetitive and whatnot," I'm like, "Okay, cool, go." This is cool. What game? What game are you playing?
My guys tried to get me into Monster Hunter World, and I tried. I just couldn't get into it.
Okay, what's wrong with you? Monster Hunter World is the best. I'm messing with you.
You're gatekeeping me.
Don't reach through the internet and strangle me, man.
You're gatekeeping me. Go to a safe space.
All right. Our next key point: not every game is made for you, and not every game can be tailored to your needs and or your feelings. This is one of the best statements that can ever be said, because I feel like in this day and age, and this is also because of the internet and social media and stuff like that, people feel like their feelings matter the most. And I hate to say this, the only time your feelings matter the most is when someone is physically harming and or raping you, or they're depriving you of your rights.
Yeah.
Just because Elden Ring is hard, or Mega Man 9 is hard. Oh shit, even Mega Man 1 or Super Ghouls and Ghosts is hard. Or what's another balls hard game?
Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Just because these games were hard, did it deprive you of your life, or your liberties, or like your personhood? They did not. No. Your feelings are hurt because you can't beat the game. Like I've got a library of NES games that I've never beat. Mm-hmm. I've played them but never beat them, because like, man,
I'll never beat.
I'll never beat them. Yeah,
and
I am never going to beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. As much as I love that entire franchise, I'm never going to beat that game. That's the hardest game. I guarantee you, this new the Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection game, I can probably beat that game. I haven't played it yet, but I can probably beat that game.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. Don't mess with me, man.
So I kind of wanted to say, like on that topic, it's like one of the things, like this is probably like my most stupidest sentence structure in this game, in this article, was not everyone enjoys anchovies. Are you going to attack anchovies because you don't like the taste? No, so don't attack the game because you don't like it. Don't attack the gamers that like it. Don't attack people who like anchovies.
Yeah.
Because you don't like
off of me because I put pineapple on my pizza. What's up with that? Like,
I love pineapple on my pizza.
I just want to have something sweet and all that tart and all that acidity that is tomato sauce.
I think pineapple's great on pizza.
I like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. We're all in consensus. Our thoughts are one.
We're all three peas in a pod or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. What do you think about FOMO? What do you think about FOMO with this game?
With any game,
Do you know
or
With any game, because I would say this kind of discussion, quote unquote discussion. It's not a discussion. It's more of a anger, or gate, whatever, so to speak.
yeah.
It's like you get these people that have a fear of missing out to say, like, they get pissed off because they can't experience certain games because it's too hard, I guess.
And you know what? You bring it up. So Austin, I'm gonna let you answer that question, and then I gotta add on to it.
Because this kind of revolves around the gatekeeping aspect.
Well, in the form of Elden Ring, it was always more like that like, for me personally, I am not good at those kind of games. It's not really my thing. I don't play Dark Souls at all because I just couldn't get into it. But there was games like specifically Bloodborne and specifically Elden Ring that stuck out to me. That was like, I don't care if I'm not good at those games. I still want to try, and I just want to be a part of it and see what's going on. And I'm glad I did for both of those games because I love both of them. But overall, like, I've gotten over FOMO and really just how anyone thinks about anything a long time ago. I don't know if this is the contrarian in me. I don't know if this is a good trait to have, but I just could not care less what anyone thinks, what my opinions are be. And I like how you brought up the food stuff, because like, if someone doesn't like Italian food, they just don't go to Italian restaurants.
Yeah.
And when they go there, they're like, where can I get a steak, or those people that get hamburgers at a Mexican restaurant? Like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't like spicy food. I'm like, all right, well, I guess you can just eat the hamburger.
It used to really like throw me when I would go to like Chinese places, like buffet places, and there's pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
like, y'all came here for this? Now I get it. Now I get it. It's FOMO. Honestly, it is. Like, they want the restaurant experience, but they don't want to experience the same stuff.
Well, because they want to be catered to. People want, they want everything that they want to consume for them. And when they find something that is out of reach, or when they find something that doesn't jive with them, or that they can't get, they get mad about it. People get mad about it. How many Karens? I mean, that's where the adoption.
I was just about to say Karens. I was just about to say
the whole
Karens.
Karen aspect of just like, someone walking into a store and like wanting something that the store doesn't provide, and then all of a sudden when they find out they can't provide something completely out in left field that they want, they get pissed off about it. It's like, well, sorry, this store is not for you. They don't have it. They can't do it. Walk out and move on.
It's like, girl, all you had to do was be cool, and we gave you some of the barbecue out here at this cookout.
Yeah. Jeez. Come have some. If you go over there and ask for some, they'll give it to you. Jesus. Yeah. Let them enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Well, you know what? In speaking of games like Elden Ring and stuff like that, like, I guarantee you a lot of the sales were basically on people who just want to see what the game was about, and that goes into that FOMO mentality, because you have all these fans of these games that are like super. It is a niche genre. There's a niche culture in gaming that all they do are play games that are insanely hard. Yeah. There's a niche genre of that. And guess what? The developers make games for that group. There's also a niche group of people that love to play like games to discover how broken or jacked up they are and stuff like that. And so every now and then developers make a game where it's like, okay, we got some loose code in there. Go find it. Stuff like that,
Why do people want to like take away from that too? Like, hey, I mean, I get it. Like, we talked about last week, having like the easier modes and stuff like that. But guys, there are so many games out there that if you're so upset that Elden Ring isn't for you because it's hard and you don't want to put in that patience, and you're telling me that there's no other games you're interested in, find a different hobby. Go find a different hobby. Like, go do something else.
Honestly. Or there's honestly hundreds of different like subgenres of video games. I'm pretty sure you'll find something. Go play a walking simulator where you don't die.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Final key point here. Video games are designed with developers' specific ideas and mechanics in mind, and the developers themselves understand fully it is impossible to please everyone. Now, take note of that, because like we're all human. We all make mistakes and stuff like that. And I guarantee you, everybody at one point in life is like, it has said to somebody else that I can't please everybody all at once. Developers take the same thing in mind. Now, I did steal this line from Stoy's banter as well, though. Developers shouldn't try to please everyone, and they should probably already have the understanding that what they create when they create a product like a video game, not everyone will enjoy it or understand it. If they're afraid of that, then they should not be in the business of video game development in the first place. And that is true. How many developers have we seen basically run themselves out the door, because of something that fans have said to them? And I'm talking about just regular criticisms. I'm not talking about the people who got pissed off at the ending of Mass Effect trilogy.
Well, the two CEOs, the two heads of BioWare left.
They left
because of that bullshit.
Yeah, they left. Yeah,
two stellar developers that brought us some of the best games on the planet at the time left because you butthurt assholes didn't like the ending of Mass Effect 3 so much that you had to go send death threats to developers.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it. As a writer, I will tell you right now, the hardest thing the hardest part of the writer's job is sticking the ending. Yep. This is honestly why I think George R.R. Martin is taking his ever-loving time writing that final book for Game of Thrones, because he tested the waters out with the 8th season of Game of Thrones, and you see how people are ready to riot. They weren't ready to riot; they rioted.
No, they did riot. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like that. And now George is like, "Ooh," he's like, "Ooh, I broke all my fingers now. I can't type anymore." But
I wrote the whole book, but it's in Sanskrit, and no one knows how to read
Urdu.
So I have to translate it to English, and that's going to take me a long time. So.
but he had time to write the lore for Elden Ring. Ooh.
Please. I'm pretty sure George R.R. Martin just made the walking jar thing, and it was like, that's my contribution to the.
Or he made the guy that was like disguised as a bush.
Yeah,
he just made that guy.
All right. So to sum this whole conversation up, Miyazaki shouldn't feel apologetic in the least bit to players not being able to enjoy his game, just like how gamers should not take chagrin to other gamers that can't get into the same games they are. Trust me. I had a lot of growing up to do, with Monster Hunter, because I've been playing Monster Hunter since 2004 when the game was hard to play. You guys complain about Elden Ring. Monster Hunter had a very steep difficulty table, very steep. It was. And I stuck with that game, and I stuck with it long enough to actually play practically every other game in the franchise. Now I feel like the game is so easy, and this can be considered gatekeepery, thought thinking. I've been playing the game so long that every Monster Hunter game to me is easy. So now I look at all these new people that get into it, like Monster Hunter Rise, their first game, and they're having a blast. And I'm sort of like, man, they don't get their ass owned on the first boss. What is this?
Yeah. Well, and I guess I'll call out myself too while we're at it, because I get a little annoyed when because I play Call of Duty every year. It's a problem that I put that many hours into Call of Duty every year. But anytime's like, Call of Duty sucks. I'm like, when's the last time you played a Call of Duty game? And they're like, Ghost. I'm like, okay, well, maybe you can't say much because you haven't played in years.
You stopped at the worst one.
Yeah, I'm like, it was, especially if you only play online. Online is one of the worst ones. But I was like, man, I get the feeling that some people get, but there are times where games are just not going to vibe with people, And
yeah.
And because most people now, I've grown in the last couple of years. Anytime someone says Call of Duty sucks, I just ignore it because I'm like, I don't
same.
I don't. It's great for what it is. I don't care what you say,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for real. You know what? I'm gonna let Stoy take this last part.
Yeah.
This was his banter. This was his banter.
So I mean, I just kind of want to end this conversation with kind of how I started the article with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. He's one of the founding fathers of Stoicism, if not the founding father of just living a life of not unfeeling, but understanding what in this world matters to you. So, he said that we have the power to hold no opinion about a thing and to not let it upstate our state of mind. For things have no natural power to shape our judgments. So, whether or not someone likes a game, shouldn't have an effect on you. Especially if you're a developer or you're a content provider of some kind, there's going to be people out there that are not going to enjoy your content. And you know what? That's fine. So coming from a content consumer, if you are enjoying a piece of content, just enjoy it. And you have to understand that there's going to be people that are not going to enjoy that content. I love Mass Effect Andromeda, but I know a good contingent of people don't like it, and I don't care about you. I don't. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's fine. You can enjoy not liking it, but that doesn't take away my enjoyment of this game. Just like I don't like Elden Ring. I don't care how many hours you put into it. I don't care how easy you think it is or how I just need to get good. That doesn't affect me. That doesn't affect my day-to-day. Okay? So we need to kind of break away from this mentality of like, I need to have an opinion on this and I need to share it with everybody. You don't have to. Just enjoy a game. And if you find a game that's not for you, move on. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Stoy, the way Stoy said that, I was like, man, it reminds me of the whole LeVar Burton meme that was going around last year. Like he stays hydrated, moisturized, and unbothered.
Yeah, and unbothered. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Just flick those haters off. Who cares? They don't hurt you. None of these people are knocking on your door saying, "I heard you don't like Elden Ring," and punch you in the face. When was the last time that happened? Tell me. I mean, if you tell me, like, okay, fine, I may entertain the idea if that actually happened to you.
Yeah, yeah. If someone physically if someone physically assaulted you because you said you liked Elden Ring or you like Monster Hunter or you like Dance Dance Revolution or you like Double Dragon, or Ninja Gaiden or whatever, then we can have a conversation about that. Number one, that person's an asshole. But,
yep, exactly. But I mean,
some people get doxxed. Some people get doxxed just for
whoa, swatting. That's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other conversation. And even not to get too deep into it, like I don't know if you guys heard about that fucking riot that happened in Mexico of these two rival soccer teams where all of a sudden just the two rivals of these teams just decided to just beat each other up and shoot each other in the middle of a freaking stadium over a soccer game.
In the stadium.
They
didn't get out on the street.
17 people went to the fucking hospital. Why? Why'd you get shot? I was at a soccer game and I just happened to be supporting the wrong team at the wrong time in the wrong place. Really?
Yep.
Really? Why'd you shoot that guy? Well, he just follows the other soccer team he follows a different soccer team that I follow. Really? Is this what we've come to as a society where we have to be so tribal about everything?
All right. Well, here goes some questions for our audience. That was a good topic. Here goes some questions for our listeners and our viewers out there. First question is, has a gatekeeper at any time helped the games or the developers that they postured themselves over? I'm going to say no, honestly. I feel like gatekeepers hurt the franchises that they swear to love more than others. Like, look at all the arguments about The Last of Us. Look at all those arguments.
Yeah.
Especially when at the end of the day it could be like, okay, like just let me sit over here and enjoy my game, or you just stay over there and enjoy your game, stuff like that,
You don't like the game, you don't have to say anything. You don't have.
Now here's a question for you, because like we all come to maturity at different stages in our lives. Has someone's attitude towards a game swayed your enjoyment out of it? I can say for me, yes, it has happened to me. Hasn't happened recently because now I'm just like, I'm a grown ass man. I spend my dollars for these games, so I'm going to play whatever the fuck I want to play.
You need to go to the school of Stoyan's I don't give a fuck academy, because no one. I mean, this is why I don't read reviews, because
never ever.
No, never, because like I don't give a shit what you think. I don't give a shit what you think about.
You are a better man than I am. I am so thin skinned.
I really don't
think I
care.
have
Like it's
either.
one of those things when, especially like,
Oh,
for
fuck you
example,
guys.
for example, Dragon Age 2 came out. I remember that game. People were going hating against it, and I was like, "Wow, that sucks." I still picked up the game. I played it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And people are like, "How could you enjoy that game? It's the worst one." It's like it's still good. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever cared. I've had people tell me that the game is good that I didn't like, and I went back to try it again. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
So what you guys are telling me is I should go back and play that Sailor Moon game that I tried to play when I was a teenager.
You got to play Galgun Double Peace that came out last week.
Wait,
stop worrying about what other people are saying about me.
I mean,
Pretty Sailor Princess.
It's hard to disconnect that sentiment, and I get it, especially when it comes to like a hobby that you thoroughly enjoy, because you do, like we talked about, you do feel that kind of like FOMO. You feel like I feel like I'm missing out on something great because I keep hearing so many people enjoying Elden Ring, and I mean, it's hard not to feel that way, to say like, well, why can't I enjoy it? And then I think for like half a second, then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm
gonna go play Gran Turismo 7 because some people can't. Some people, and that's a level of difficulty that a lot of people can't understand. A lot of people can't get simulation racing games.
By the way, speaking of Gran Turismo 7, you guys heard it right now. It's holding Sony's lowest user score ever on Metacritic right now
because of the whole DRM and microtransaction bullshit that they're doing.
Yeah. Like it's sitting at 2.5 right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I haven't had a problem with, but it maybe because I don't play online.
You know what? Microtransactions don't bother me because I don't fuck with microtransactions. I just play the goddamn game.
Yeah.
I think the people complaining are the people that are like really into the online community. I feel like, because
well, you know, you can't be in the online. You can't be into the online community and have shitty internet. That just doesn't work.
No. Yeah, it really doesn't, especially with the data that these games are running these days.
And that's
a whole other topic about
my PS5 box is sitting back
behind.
Yeah, my PS5 box is sitting back there, and I guarantee you, somewhere in the box it says broadband internet connection recommended. It doesn't say required; it says recommended.
It should fucking say required.
They can't just tell you what to do.
Yeah,
they can't. We tell you what to do at Crossroads.
We know what's best. We know what's best for you.
All right. Fun topic. I enjoyed it.
Can you imagine? I just thought of this. Can you imagine if, like, you're at a pizza restaurant and all of a sudden someone eats a pizza with pineapple on it? Does that person get up on top of that pizza and say, I don't like this pizza because it's got pineapple on it and it's not made for me and I don't like pineapple. I hate it. What would you do? Like, that person would be a 10-year-old, probably, a 10-year-old child, and everyone look at that person and be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
If they got up on a table and did that, I would literally like just like do that arm thing and take their legs right out from under them.
Well, that's the equivalent of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. People like just like, I don't like this game, and then all of a sudden, like, what's the first thing they do? I'm gonna go on Twitter and tell everybody about how I don't like this game. Put your phone down. Read a book.
Cool? But you know what's cool about that? And people don't use this option enough. They don't know how to mute a user. They don't.
Oh yeah. There's a good way to block people.
They don't because like every time universally this has been a PlayStation show. Like, you know, like the show's evolving though. We're talking about PC and Xbox content now. So, but yeah, like did you guys see like a couple of weeks ago? Like I actually had someone find one of my videos just to argue about why, you know, like Xbox has like better hits than Sony, and I was sitting there like, you know what? The problem is, and I didn't really want to be a smug asshole about it, but the problem is, like, he named all these games off, and guess what? These are games that Microsoft just acquired through the Bethesda ZeniMax thing. And I shouldn't have done it. But I was like, can you name 5 games that came before the Xbox Series X acquisitions? Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have done that.
I thought the funniest thing was that was a 2-hour long video, and he must have watched at least an hour and a half of it.
He watched, because
like, damn.
And you know the sad part, Austin. Remember, it wasn't even you and I that said all that stuff about Xbox. It was Corey that said that.
I was like, you know what? I'm actually kind of flattered because that means he watched that long of the video. So I'm actually like, thanks for listening to us that
Yeah.
long. You know,
Yeah.
but sorry that Corey pissed you off. A guy that's not going to be on every week, but
He's not even part of it. It's like
Yeah.
Mean Girls. He doesn't even go here.
yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, before we just keep going.
All right. For if you guys want to continue the conversation with us, hit us up on our Discord or our Facebook group, or hit us up on PS_Crossroads on Twitter. We'd love to hear more from you guys. Definitely, this is a hot topic. I guarantee you, this is not going to be the last time this year that we talk about this. There are more games that are coming out, and there are going to be a few that are just going to basically slap you on the back of your neck every time you look at it. So just get ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Well, that is our show for the evening. That is our show. As always, I'd like to give big thanks to you for tuning in to Crossroads, the Crossroads podcast. Before we head out, oh, by the way, guys, you know what? Stoy, Austin, I don't tell you this enough, and I waited till Chris wasn't here. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you too, man.
I love you guys. Y'all make the show fun. Chris too, but he doesn't need to. If he wants to hear me say I love him, he's got to watch. He's got to watch 2 hours and 10 minutes of the show just to get to that point. Now,
Poor Chris.
Hey, he does it to himself, man. You know what?
I know.
The only reason why he's not here tonight is because of work obligations. Everybody knows He's a teacher, he's a middle school teacher and stuff like that, and it's parent teacher day. So he's wrapped up in all that stuff. I didn't want to deal with his headache.
He said,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being mean to a guy that can't even defend himself right now. I'm sorry. Before we head out, I'm so terrible, aren't I? Before we head out, here's how you can connect with the crew. Austin, plug yourself, man.
Go check me out. Placed Austin on Twitter, Facebook, Nintendo, PlayStation, PSN account. Not my Xbox account, but I'll fix that eventually. And that's it.
Stoy, where can these people reach out and touch you at?
I'm also part of the EXP Cast, a video game podcast on the Boss Rush Network. You can follow me there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at that handle, EXP Cast, and my personal Twitter at Stoy MKE8.
All right. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Exodus803. That's also my Twitch handle as well as my YouTube channel. And you can also find me using those credentials under Steam, PlayStation Network, and a few other places. You have to get creative and look for those. That's all I'm going to say. I am one part of...
Weird.
I am one part of the Boss Rush podcast team. Stoy and I are also the dynamic duo for the Mass Effect series for Standard Definition.
We gotta get 3 going. That's
we do. Fun. We do. Yeah. And I am also the host of the Boss Rush After Dark podcast, which if you are a patron of the Boss Rush Network, you can actually listen to that 2 weeks earlier than anybody else can. So there's that. All right. Do not forget that we have merch. I've gotten the information all there for you in our Twitch stream chat, or you can head over to redbubble.com and search for Boss Rush Network, and you'll find all the goodies, including the Crossroads podcast stuff. And that's the major stuff. So yeah, there's that. Before we head out, please check out Shane Kelly's editorial titled Friendly Fire, Keeping Gaming Positive to Avoid the Negative. It's kind of crazy. I mean, everybody's in this kumbaya type of thing here. I kind of like it, but basically it provides all sorts of good discussion topics in the realm of how we gamers should hold ourselves in the greater part of the community. So yeah, basically don't be a dick. If you like this game and you don't understand why someone likes that game, you know what? You don't have to say anything, or don't be such a condescending asshole online. Just because you have a microphone doesn't mean you have to verbally abuse somebody that's kicking your ass.
Get over it.
Yep.
Get over it. You're gonna go to sleep in your warm, cozy bed that night without the sound of bombs outside your fucking windows. You're gonna wake up, eat breakfast the next day, and start your day like a normal human being in Western civilization.
Yep. You're gonna wake up every morning with the nice big blankets and big TV, and your maid will bring in your plates and platters with bacon and eggs and all that
Wait.
stuff.
Whose lifestyle is he talking about here?
And then
He's talking about his own.
And
his
then you'll get your
his gold-plated dishes.
He's
gonna go into his Aston Martin
at 10 o'clock, and you'll have your caddy there, of course, as well, and just basic stuff, basic normal stuff.
Austin, you've been on this podcast for a long time. How come you haven't sponsored us?
Listen, I have no money. Let me tell you guys, I am not rich. This is Stoy's creation.
I'll admit a lot of it was fibbed. Yeah. It's made up.
I am.
Oh my
I'm not
God!
doing bad, but I'm not rich. That's for sure.
In the March 21st edition of Boss Rush Banner, Brad Melville asked the question: 5 months later, is the Switch expansion pack worth it? It's a good read. You might want to check that out as well. Like, it's got some good points were made in that one. And if you need some help deciding if Tunic is the next game for you, these guys have already talked about it enough here tonight on Crossroads. Check out Stephanie Klimoff's Tunic review. Right now, all that and more can be found over at bossrush.net. So head there and check out more of our editorials and shows from our ever-growing family of creators and contributors. If you'd like to talk about games, media, sports, food, and much more, why not join the Discord? The Boss Rush Network Discord. That place? Yeah. Good times. As always, you can chat with us and keep the conversation going by hitting us up on Twitter at PS_Crossroads. Dish on more news, events, and topics while we're getting ready for the next installment of Crossroads. We missed you guys, but we had to take that week off. Man, we were run down. But all that being said, we love you. This has been episode 74 of Crossroads. Come back and join us next week for another new episode of the show. Y'all take it easy. Have fun. Be safe out there. Think about your fellow man.
Shut up and play games.
Play games.
Yeah. For real, y'all. For real. All right. That's all for us tonight here. You take care. We'll be back.
Bye.